beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. You'll be hard-pressed to find the more classic carnivore option. Virtually every carnivore voice out there tells someone who's beginning to eat beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And there's a good reason for that. All four of those foods are hyper-palatable, they're extremely nutritious, and they're relatively inexpensive, all things considered. But there's a lot of concern today about bacon among carnivores, and for good reason, because sugar is used as one of the primary ingredients in curing bacon, at least most commercial bacon. So if the part of the point of carnivore is to get away from sugar, then why would you consume most commercial bacon? And people say sugar-free bacon is extremely expensive. Today I have for you something that proves that that's not actually true. I'm going to go over your sugar-free bacon options found at principally 2 stores plus 1 mail order service that proves that sugar-free bacon isn't that expensive if you know where to look. So let's get into this today. So we're going to start here at the beginning on my beautiful bamboo cutting board here that I showed you in my meat cutting video. We're going to start at the beginning with the most affordable option. It's from Sprouts, the first of the stores we'll talk about. This is their store brand, Butcher Shop Uncured Applewood Bacon. No sugar, has no nitrates or nitrites. Very basic stuff. Of all the options, it's the cheapest at $5.99, at least of all the options at Sprouts. I did find other cheaper elsewhere. It's also my least favorite of the options that I've tried. I haven't tried most of these yet, simply because I don't eat that much bacon. But you'll take a look. It doesn't look too bad. It just tends to be thinly sliced, and I've had better of the sugar-free bacons. But this is still a pretty solid option. I'm trying to get you here the nutrition information and the ingredients, but unfortunately, this camera, for whatever reason, just can't focus. So my apologies for that. Hopefully I'm not making anybody seasick here. But don't worry, the intention is to upgrade the camera shortly. So we're going on to option number 2. This is also from Sprouts. This stuff was $8.99 a pound, Meyer brand. Again, no sugar, no nitrates, no nitrites. Very basic stuff. This is the kind of thing that notice how much smaller the package is, though. So for $9, you are not getting that much bacon, but it is cut kind of thick. So there is that. Again, you can't really see the macros on it, but it's 3.5 grams of fat to 5 grams of protein per slice. Unlike that first pack, which was 2 grams of protein and 7 grams of fat per slice. Yes. But this is supposed to be Applewood smoked uncured as well. I might do a video in the future making my bacon from scratch with my smoker. I actually have some pork belly in my freezer. Let me know if you want to see a video on how to make your own bacon. I just need to get a piece of equipment for that first. Something to slice the bacon with. And no, I wouldn't use a knife for that. Going on to the next option, also from Sprouts. We have what you saw in one of the intro clips. The Neiman Ranch No Sugar Added Applewood Smoked Uncured Bacon. Uncured, no nitrates, no nitrites. Now, one thing you'll see about all these uncured bacon is if you actually look on the ingredients list, you're going to see in addition to either no sugar or only trace sugars, probably from the actual meat itself, you will also see celery powder. Celery is a natural source of preservatives, nitrates or nitrites specifically. So it's another thing to consider if you don't want any trace of plants whatsoever in your diet, is to just eliminate that too, although I don't think that's necessary here. But that is how they preserve this bacon enough to cure it for your eating purposes. Gotta love that little diagram of a pig right there, by the way. So yes, that was $8.99 for the package at Sprouts. Next up, we have this delightful little bacon here. This is Applegate Organics. That stuff was also $8.99 for the package, at least at the Sprouts I went at. Weirdly, I found that bacon or something very similar to it at Target for $5.99, but we'll get to that in a minute. Gotta love their little barn-shaped barcode there. Nice marbling on that meat. No sugar, no sugar, added, no nitrates, no nitrites. Sorry for this kind of garbage camera work here. Of the bacons, it's the best looking bacon. It's got the most fat to protein. I don't remember what the macros were on it, and because my camera kind of sucks, we couldn't get the macros from the camera. We're going to try to get a new camera soon. That's something we're going to try to do. So if you let an ad run, that'll help pay for that camera. But again, these are $8.99 a pack at Sprouts. Sprouts is, not a bad place as sort of a Whole Foods alternative. Almost everybody has a Whole Food. Every metro area has at least one Whole Foods. This is a good Sprouts is not a bad alternative, even though it tends to be a much smaller store. Whole Foods has tons of this stuff, but we're going to talk now about Target. This is their Good and Gather brand. $5.49 a pound, Central Oklahoma price, or $5.49 per pack, Central Oklahoma price for that bacon. Very good bang for your buck. This is the bacon that when I can't get my preferred one, this is what I go for. Either this one, which is, I believe, the standard cut, no nitrates, no nitrites, no sugar added, or $5.49, you really can't beat that. Nice marbling there. Good quality bacon. Like before you were doing the carnivore diet, if you saw bacon like this when you were buying just your normal grocery store bacon, you'd probably buy it because that's pretty good looking bacon for $5.49. At a super Target, by the way, not a regular Target as far as I know. Let me know if you see this at the other one. And here's their thick cut version, also $5.49 for the package. Functionally, the same bacon. It's pretty good. I've had better bacon. I've had way worse. So those are I think, the two best brands that you can just walk into a brick and mortar store and buy. $5.49 at a typical super Target. Now again, super Target. If you if you want to check to see if a normal size Target has this, let me know if you see it there in their small refrigerated section that the normal Targets have. It's just easier for me to get to a super Target than a normal Target most of the time, just because of where my consistent travels take me. But this is the stuff that when I'm buying bacon, this is what I usually keep in the refrigerator. Though I am going to start mentioning here something else, and this is my favorite of all the bacons. Wild Fork Farms Berkshire bacon. Wild Fork Grocery, actually. Now that doesn't look too good because it was been sitting in my freezer for a while because it's getting a little too warm to order anything by mail. I can't really get you a good shot of the macros here for the same reason, but it's no sugar, no nitrates, no nitrites, and it's made of Berkshire pork. Now, Berkshire pork is an American heritage breed of pig. They are fed a very specific kind of diet that guarantees that they get a better fatty acid profile and all those good things that you want that normal pigs aren't going to get you most of the time. So, and I'm going to do a video on heritage breed pork. That way, if you want to pay just a little bit extra for better quality pork, you can get a better fatty acid profile that has a better omega-3, omega-6 ratio. But look, all those are under $9 a pound. The Wild Fork food ones was about $9 for the package, just like most of the other better ones here that aren't the Target brand. But it's my favorite. It has a naturally sweet flavor, no sugar added. It's a double win as far as I'm concerned. So what did you think of this today? Did you find this hint to tell you to go to Target or Sprouts and what brands to look for? Hopefully if they carry them. Remember, some brands are regional. Did you find this helpful today? At the very least, help dismiss the idea that sugar-free bacon is actually not affordable, given that decent quality bacon is also about $9 a pack these days. Let me know in the comments, please. Like and subscribe if you want. It really does, or if you would, that really does help. As always, go out and optimize your day today.